Hey, didn't see you there. This is my companion, Tim, and he's going to be accompanying me today as I talk about hobbits. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna waste no time and just get straight into the content. You're probably wondering, how do you pick up a habit? How do you pick up a new habit and then stick with it? You're probably here wondering right now, and I'm gonna give you the answer. So there are two methods on how to, is this straight? There are two methods on how to pick up a new habit. And one of the methods is the 2190 method. This is a simple and popular method that a lot of people use. Habits come through like repetition, but it's usually hard to do that since you can't actually just do it without setting up a system for yourself. And so this method is pretty much committing to a goal or habit that you want to achieve for 21 days straight or 3 weeks. After pursuing this goal or habit, it should become a habit. Once you establish this habit and once it's ingrained into your head and you don't think of like really willing yourself to do it anymore, it just happens automatically. What you want to do is continue doing this for 90 days straight. Now, that seems like a long run, but it really just takes a lot of time and consistency if you want to build a healthy new habits or behavior for yourself. Then after these 90 consecutive days, it should become a lifestyle that could stick with you for your whole life. So, what is this method used for? What kind of goals and habits should you use this for? It needs to be a goal that can be done no matter what. You need to at least have one thing done that can improve your life every single day. This habit has to be a specific one where it can be done anywhere where you are right now. So whether you're out of the house, in your house, at school, it can be done almost anywhere. What are some examples you could use this for? You could use this for, let's say, staying positive. That's easy. Staying positive. It can be like reading 10 pages of a book. Simple. Another example I can think of is that you should think of 3 things that you feel like you should work on and focus on one thing at a time, whether that is your relationships, your finances. You should focus first on the most important goal that you think needs the most help on. And then at the end of the 3 weeks and 90 days, you can move on to the next one. With this method, you will most likely feel yourself making a lot of progress without feeling overwhelmed. Hi, so I was gonna get into method 2, which is the 3 R's method. Unfortunately, I deleted that footage. Now I gotta do this again, so I'm gonna speed run through this whole lesson, get straight to the point. Here we go. The 3 R's of habits. The first R being reminder, second, routine, third, reward. So I'm gonna go over these 3 R's and tell you what each means. So reminder is the trigger thing that reminds you to do the behavior that you're trying to do. Set a reminder for your new habit because you can't expect yourself to learn a new habit without having a system. A good reminder makes it easier for you to encode your new behavior into something that you already do. The second R is the routine, and that is the behavior itself, the action that you do. Choose a habit that's easy, so you should consider small habits. Then decide what should your new habit be, and then ask yourself this question: how can I make this habit easy for me to do that I can't say no to it? The third R is reward. It is the reward that you get after doing the said behavior or action. Identify the reward that you will have after completing a habit. An action needs to be repeated in order for it to be a habit. It's important to reward yourself after you practice your new habit. So give yourself credit for repeating the habit. So what is this method used for? What kind of habits should you use this for? Your habit should be short. It should be a small habit. It shouldn't be a big one. It needs to be a habit that can trigger your brain to remind you to do said habit or behavior. And the habit must have a reward at the end so that it helps your brain determine whether this habit or action that you're going to repeat is worth repeating again in the future. So I would rather choose a habit that has a more immediate reward so that it is easier to achieve and easier to maintain rather than habits that have a delayed reward where it's hard to commit and maintain. So you can compare it to, say, when you check your phone. That's easier to pick up rather than exercising because exercising is a lot harder to commit than picking up your phone. So both methods are pretty good. We have the 2190 rule and we have the 3 R's rule. Either one you can use both, but there are also things that you must be aware of when you're creating your habits. And those are the pitfalls. Maintaining healthy habits requires you to anticipate pitfalls. I am going to list 3 of those pitfalls, and these ones are important to remember, so get ready. Number 1 is trying to change your habits or trying to do more than one habit all at once. So what you need to do is pick one, stick with it, until it sticks in your head, until it's ingrained into your head. It's automatic. You don't even think about it. Once that happens, you can move on to the next one. Second pitfall to be aware of is trying to begin with large habits. What you need to do is start off small, because if you start doing that, your brain is going to say, this is hard to commit, this is hard to maintain. You need to start off small, and then as time goes by, you can go bigger. The third pitfall to be aware of is not changing your environment. You need to create an environment that promotes accountability, and makes you change your lifestyle. If your environment doesn't change, then you probably won't as well. So for example, if you smell really delicious food, like ramen, I love ramen, that is your cue to eat. That is your reminder, oh, I'm gonna go eat. Or just seeing your television on, you see the TV is on, that's your cue to go sit down and watch, right? You can create these different kind of cues for yourself in order for you to be triggered to do a certain action. But that depends on what you make that cue out of, what you want to do after that cue. So I want you guys to take account and use one of these 2 methods that you feel like are more adjusted or more in your favor, more in the favor of the habits that you're trying to make. Choose one, pick one, and stick with it till you move on to the next habit. I also will be uploading a new video later this week. If you're watching this today, I will be uploading it later this week. Or if you're watching this at a later date, I already have a video out for you, 3 habits that can help you improve your life. If you're trying to change, if you're trying to turn your life around, 3 habits that you need to change your life. If you have made it this far into the video, I would kindly ask you to give a thumbs up. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.